Texas's floating barriers on the Rio Grande can stay in place. A federal judge gave the state the okay after months of back and forth with the White House.
Yeah, now those buoys are meant to keep migrants from crossing the river. Natalie Haddad is in our newsroom. They have been quite the source of controversy lately. This is not the end of this case, we expect.
Not the end. Probably won't be the end for a while. These buoys are the size of wrecking balls, and the controversy it's caused in the courts have packed that kind of punch. A federal appeals court ruling says the floating barriers aimed at deterring migrants on the Rio Grande can stay in place for now. It is a win for Texas in its ongoing legal dispute with the Biden administration. The U.S. Department of Justice sued Texas last summer, claiming the buoys were unlawfully installed in the Rio Grande. They also said the water barrier raised humanitarian and environmental concerns. Now, at the time, last summer again, the judge ordered the state to remove them in a preliminary ruling, but after this week's federal ruling, the buoys can stay. Now, despite the back and forth of rulings between judges, the case is not over. The proceedings will continue as the case heads to a full trial date yet to be determined. Kara?
Okay, all the back and forth, but this is not the only court battle happening now when it comes to the border.
Nope, and I imagine some other issues will come up in the future. The Border Buoys is currently a more active fight, certainly, but the state has also been fighting to keep other means of migrant deterrence there at the Rio Grande. It's Senate Bill 4. It's a law that we've covered extensively here on WFAA. It was passed in the legislative session last year here in Texas. That law would have allowed Texas police to arrest people for illegally crossing the border. That law was expected to go into effect in early March of this year, but legal challenges from the U.S. Department of Justice and immigration advocacy organizations have prevented that law from being implemented.
Okay, thank you for the update, Natalie.